morning. Welcome to the WEX Wakeup for Wednesday, December 13th. I'm Christy Matino. President Biden once again shared his support for Ukraine after meeting with the country's President Volodymyr Zelensky on Tuesday. That meeting comes as funding for Ukraine defense remains stalled on Capitol Hill.
Putin is banking on the United States failing to deliver for Ukraine. We must prove him wrong.
Biden also indicated his willingness to compromise with congressional Republicans regarding immigration policy and border security resources, but he said that solution needs to be real. Biden also warned the U.S. was coming to an end of its already appropriated money for Ukraine, with lawmakers leaving for the holidays at the end of this week.
The host of a Kremlin-run show literally said, and I quote, "Well done, Republicans. That's good for us." If you're being celebrated by Russian propagandists, it might be time to rethink what you're doing.
And New Hampshire Governor Sununu endorsed former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley in the GOP presidential nomination.
We are all in on Nikki Haley, undoubtedly. And you can feel the energy. You can feel it.
The endorsement is part of a long-standing effort by Sununu to block Trump from winning that nomination. Sununu has appeared alongside nearly all GOP candidates as he considered who to throw his support behind. His endorsement could give Haley a boost over Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who has been considered the strongest challenger to Trump. In a recent poll, about 11% of Republican voters say they'd back Haley, with DeSantis just slightly beating her at roughly 12%. And speaking of DeSantis, the Florida governor participated in a town hall in Iowa on Tuesday, just over a month out from the state's Republican caucuses on January 15th. He covered topics such as abortion, Social Security, and also weighed in on funding for Ukraine and the southern border.
They have spent tens of billions of your tax dollars to subsidize farming in Ukraine, to subsidize small business in Ukraine. How is that something that's more important to this country than our veterans, than some of the other problems we have? And from a national security perspective, that open border threatens our country.
DeSantis also responded to a comment he made saying he would shoot drug smugglers who are bringing fentanyl across the border.
The drug cartels are invading our country and they're poisoning our people and killing them by the tens of thousands. So not only do we have a right as president, you have a responsibility to fight back on behalf of the people of this country.
The town hall came amid the backdrop of DeSantis aiming to maintain second place in the polls. Thanks for joining us this morning on the WEX Wake Up. Be sure to give us a follow online and on social media so you stay in the know of all those headlines trending in politics.